Please be seated. Urbanization, Gurgaon has become a leading financial and industrial hub with the third highest per capita income in India. Popularly known as the Millennium City, Gurgaon has the presence of 50% of Fortune 500 companies. Having a skyline which is nationally recognized, the city has been home to several tall buildings with modern planning. A very good afternoon to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the platform lecture series of Ansal University. This is a unique initiative of the institution where we invite public figures, industry stalwarts, well-known personalities, and celebrities to interact with our students and motivate them. Today we have amongst us Mr. T.L. Satyaprakash, the Commissioner of Municipal Corporation of Gurgaon, our Vice Chairman Ansal API and Trustee Ansal University, Mr. Pranav Ansal, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Raj S. Dhankar on the dais. I request our students to please welcome them. Now I would like to call our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Raj S. Dhankar, to deliver the welcome address. Professor Dhankar has about 4 decades of experience in teaching, research, training and consultancy in the area of finance. An academician par excellence, he's adept in donning many hats at the same time. Sir is a very senior professor of finance and former dean of FMS Delhi University, a true administrator who leads by example. He has been honored with several awards, including Haryana Ratan, in recognition of his contribution to the welfare of society and institution building. Sir, please.
Sri Pranav Ansalji and our own dear friend and colleague, part of the Gurgaon administration, Commissioner T.L. Satyaprakashji, faculty members, dear students. Let me at the outset, from the bottom of my heart, welcome our honorable guest here, Sri Satyaprakash, who so very kindly agreed to give a talk and to honor those bright students who worked tirelessly during the happening event. Sri Satyaprakash, as I know him, and I'll take a minute only, not that he has studied in US for his master's degree, but when I met him, I truly discovered him a wonderful, wonderful human being. I think that's what really touched my heart. And when I further learned that his thought process is more inclined towards academic, then I requested him. I said, you are a busy man here in Gurgaon, but please come and interact with our students, share your thoughts with our faculty members. And he very readily agreed, and that was a little while ago. That was, I think, three months back. But he being so busy, I must tell you, because he has dual charge, the deputy commissioner and the commissioner both. And Gurgaon, as you know, is a large sort of area and a complex place, be it business or otherwise. So finally, we found an excuse that we need to give certificates to the students, and then I said, you may please address our students as well. He is absolutely a good scholar. I wish he could have pursued his doctoral in US, and academic world would have benefited by his achievements. Sri Pranav Ansalji, of course, as we all know, he is support to us, the whole family. And I'm so happy today he was here, and I requested him if he could stay back for some more time and meet the commissioner and share the dais here. He so readily agreed on that also. So with these words, I may request Sri Satyaprakash ji to interact with our students. Please, yes.
respected Dr. Dhankar, Mr. Ansel, my colleague Mr. Sudhir Chauhan, Madam Sule, Team Ansel University, my dear friends. In 2010, I went to Singapore. 15 days I was there, and I went to nooks and corners of Singapore. I just wanted to study Singapore, how their public policy is. So that I went to their zoo, I went to their botanical garden, I went to their refinery. And one thing which touched me, I will say that that is the best thing I saw in Singapore, was a design lab. Can anyone tell? They also have an award, instituted an award in the name. It's a small 1 acre lab, not very big. There are several great buildings in Singapore. We thought, okay, somebody comes and builds that building. No, they said no, it is all planned. Why this building is so? Everything is designed. That's Red Dot. Red Dot, you must have heard. How many people have heard Red Dot? Red Dot Design Center. So it was, revealing, because there is something called Ahmedabad Declaration. How many people have heard of Ahmedabad Declaration? What is the Ahmedabad Declaration? It is very important for a design school like this to understand and know what is the Ahmedabad Declaration. In 1925, we in Ahmedabad, as a country, we resolved that we will do only excellent thing, and we will incorporate design in every walk of life. But unfortunately today, take for example Hoshiarpur, Chandigarh, Pinjore triangle, where we almost produced 200,000 tractors, and within 6 months our fuel tank leaks. That is the level of design we have. So that's why I wanted to start with this, because you people as designers, as a school of art, as a management trainees, you are contributing to this country immensely. So you should feel pride in it. And then I'm slightly going ahead and telling that you have immense capacity to change the way Gurgaon is. But unfortunately, in India, we don't realize what exactly the platform, how we need to build platform, so that we should give opportunity to everybody so that they can come and contribute to the society. If somebody understands or sees the website of Harvard Kennedy School, their theme is, we need 3 things to build an appropriate governance system. One is government, of course. Second is markets. We should understand where the market forces are. Third is civil society. Probably you are in the cusp of becoming either market force or a civil society. As a student community, a civil society, once you get out and start working in a market system, you are a market force, because you'll be working as a freelancer, designer, etc., etc. So that is why I just wanted to start with this idea that you are an important component in our scheme of thought, and we expect a lot from you. And this was at this juncture I understood that you can contribute more and more. Particularly in Happening Haryana, we realized probably you did only 10 to 15% of your might in contributing, because at the same time, nobody can contribute suddenly. I will tell you a simple example. When I went to Singapore, I realized that everything happens based on mapping. When you map everything and image it, and then you use geospatial information, you have control on every square inch of it. So I had it in mind. When I came here, I thought that, okay, let me start a mapping project. Just like One Singapore, Singapore One, we will also start Gurgaon One mapping system. So then I have a office where as deputy commissioner I don't even have a PN who can write in a good English. So in an office like that I need to build capacity. Then I spoke to Haryana Remote Sensing Application Center, and I also spoke to Scientific and Technology Park Pune, and we bought a drone, unmanned aerial vehicle, which can image. And we imaged the entire Sona and Manesar. And this map, what is so special about this map? Google's map has a resolution of 50 centimeter. That means to say, this is the minimum distance between the 2 points which can be seen very conspicuously, clearly. So our resolution was only 5 centimeters. So error was maximum 3 pixels, that is 15 centimeters. The margin of error in Google Map is 150 centimeters. Ours is only 15 centimeters. That is the level of the accuracy of our map. We were very happy about this. When we started increasing the further mapping, one fine day the drone went and collapsed because its battery was not working, and we were not knowing what to do. We lost almost 25 lakh rupees, and then we realized that we did not account for it. It's not that easy, okay. And then we wanted to design a new unmanned aerial vehicle. We bought a quadcopter and then realized that it will also not sustain. We went further and we bought an octocopter. I'm very sure that in next 1 year we are going to map 100% of the properties of Gurgaon, and then we are going to map every property, give unique ID to those properties. We will link to all the textual data information we have. If you click any data, any particular property on our map, you will get information between 1958 to 2016, so that you will be knowing that whether I should buy this property or not. So that will kill, that will reduce, eliminate 100% of the information asymmetry. The worst problem we have is land records, and land records are a problem because we have information asymmetry. If we put up entire information related to land records to public, we are going to reduce majority of the land problem. So that is the idea. Why I told this is, when we induct a new player into our scheme of thought, initially they may not contribute, but we have to enable the other person to contribute. Probably what Ansal University students did was only 20% of their capacity. So we need to increase your capacity, provide opportunities, platforms, etc. That is why I am here. At the same time, let me also tell you, because it may be a repetition to my colleague Sudhir Chauhan, because I go on telling this in office many times, so he will bear at the cost of repetition. If you take, you may be having several questions like why Gurgaon is so, why Gurgaon couldn't have been better, why we are going at a very snail's pace. Let me tell you the reasons. We should understand how the city grows. Take any city in India. I start with Mysore because it's very close to my heart, and I was there for a while, couple of years as a student. So take Mysore, Pune, Tanjore, Tiruchi, Jabalpur, whichever city you take in the country, the city's growth and evolution of processes in city administration, that is municipal corporation, has been coterminous. पहले city था, उसमें एक administration था, it was growing, city was growing, administration was growing. So there is a historical legacy to it. We don't have such legacies. First city came, 1987 Rajiv Gandhi came, and he had samosas with Mr. K.P. Singh. And they saw what a wonderful idea to have a new address that is south of New Delhi. And then the idea of Gurgaon came. And then Maruti progressed and DLF progressed, several other people came. And other real estate people joined, and today we are. This is what Gurgaon is. Okay? So those people in architecture or management will understand. There is a brownfield city, there is a greenfield city. What will you call Gurgaon as? Gurgaon is a greenfield city spread across 3 decades, 1987 to 2017. So it's a greenfield city slowly building up. But unfortunately, the professionals came, everybody came, and then once the city came, we realized that, wow, I need a city administration also. Let me have a corporation. It was 2009, we had a city corporation. It was too late. Already we had spoiled the model of city model, and then we now want to clean it up. That is where the problem is. And the corporation inherited the problem. It is not the corporation which started the problems. So that is why you had to bear with me as a commissioner municipal corporation. You cannot blame me. That is why I request you to kindly cooperate and then leverage the platforms we build and start contributing to the city. At the same time, how many of you have heard Jeffrey Sachs? Jeffrey Sachs is an economist, and he was the person when he was dean of a school of economics in Harvard, and couple of his students were presidents of the various countries, and one of them was a finance minister of Bolivia. He called him for damage control, which was caused due to a macroeconomic situation. And he went and did some re-engineering of the economics, and then Bolivia recovered. And it was a fantastic experiment. After seeing this experiment, Poland called him that, why did you do this? He went there and he did the same experiment. And then it was partially successful. And Russia called him for the same experiment. And he was utter failure in Russia. Take all the three experiments. Why Jeffrey Sachs succeeded in Bolivia? He was utter failure in Russia. He was partially successful in Poland. Can be attributed to only one thing, that is institutional design. How we create institutions, how the processes are maneuvered through institution, that's the most important aspect. And people, human resource is an integral part of the institution. That is where the institutions like Ansel University will play a very important role by contributing to a pool of the resource persons and technical and technological persons. If you take my corporation today, I have an army of assistants, an army of clerks, an army of Safai Karmacharis, and an army of typewriters and operators, where they simply go on feeding the data. But unfortunately, this is not the things we need in corporation. A growing corporation like municipal MCG needs tender writers, RFP writers, contract writers. And then once we do that, we should be able to spend quite a lot of money. For example, if you take last year's budget, our developmental budget was 1132 crore rupees, but we could only spend 180 crore rupees. We are constrained, we are limited to that extent that we do not have great resource in our municipal corporation. So if at all, I need something immediately, that is these technical people who can write RFPs, contract writers, tender writers, etc., etc. Once we are able to spend that much of money, then I need to monetize my land. I have substantial chunk of land which is under encroachment, land grabbing, etc., etc. And then I need to have PPP specialists who can monetize my land. Once I do that, then I need public finance specialists who can raise money, municipal bonds, primary market, secondary market, etc. So these are the three sets of, three levels through which we want to grow at present. We have made a resolve during the last budget meeting of the corporation that we will spend 3 times the money in a very constructive manner for the corporation. Which are the areas in which we want to work? One is obviously engineering, because everybody wants good roads, nobody wants potholes. That's one area. Second is, this city doesn't have culture, this city doesn't have a religion. So we want to build, what can be the culture, what can be the religion? Sports, fitness. Okay. Ever since I have come in this city, every 15 days we had a run. Either it is a 10-kilometer run, 5-kilometer run, half marathon, and even a full marathon. So we would like to encourage the culture of running. We already have 30 to 35 running clubs, so people can contribute by coming together and run for the city. Okay, recently we have a Coke half marathon. Quite a number of serious runners were there, approximately 600. So similarly, other sports, we would like to start a badminton academy with this, idea that Gold Hunt 2024. By 2024, Gurgaon person should have a badminton gold medal. Similarly, hockey. Hockey is in culture of as a matter of legacy. This with Gurgaon. So one is the sports activities. Second is health activities. Like we don't have a great civil hospital which can cater to 18 lakh population. Today, as per the census, we have the population only 10 lakh, 1 million population. But actually it is approximately 18 lakh. Why this discrepancy? This city is growing so fast that its decadal growth rate is 74%. Maybe it may be still more. So the idea is to create as many health projects as possible so that it is taken care of. So this is basically I can understand that public policy is one of the very boring topics, because when I went to Duke, I could saw everybody used to go to design school, Fuqua business school, and law school, etc. Policy, it sounds कुछ सरकारी अधिकारी इधर उधर घूमते हुए आ जाते थे. So same is the people may not be having interest in hearing the public policy issues. So when Professor Dhankad called me that I should speak to you people, I made up my mind it will be a dialogue, not a monologue. And the advantage of having a dialogue is you need not have to prepare. Unless you prepare, you cannot speak very authoritatively. But once you prepare and speak, वो दिल से नहीं आता. So I thought I will not prepare. So I am ready for a dialogue. Any questions? I will be very happy to answer.
One thing you mentioned was red dot.
Red dot.
So I think I don't think we got too much response for that. What is, if we could talk a bit about red dot for people?
Development Bank of Singapore has a wonderful building.
Yeah.
And that is next to the red dot.
Okay.
Almost every building was, built in a very controlled fashion as to how much height it should be, what design it should be, etc. And you go on seeing in that 1 acre, this one, and how a cup should be, and they have an annual competition of designs. How a plate should be, how a cup should be, how a table should be, and different types of design for physically handicapped, physically challenged, etc. So it's full of designs, and it was also related to architecture. So I spent almost half a day there, 4 to 5 hours. Okay, that's what the Red Dot Design Center. If somebody goes to, it's in a very nondescript place, and nobody, lot many people don't go there. Everybody goes to Sentosa and water park, etc. But as a design student, you should go to Red Dot. I simply loved it.
Sorry, it's not even mentioned in the tourist places.
No, it is mentioned.
It's a museum is there.
It's museum, Red Dot Museum.
Red Dot Museum. So
Red Dot
okay.
Museum.
It's in the shape of a palm.
No, it's a simple building type. बाहर से तो building type दिखता है.
हाँ जी.
And it's a corner plot. It's a Tikona type park. Corner.
It's next to the LV showroom.
I don't know, because it's almost 6 years I went. I don't remember.
It's a beautiful building with a palm shape, and it is you do not see anything on the anything supporting it. You just have.
No. It's a normal building.
Okay. Even the museum there, the Singapore Museum is also very beautiful, which is just near the lake, that water body.
Acha, okay.
So
What
that
is this?
the museum.
Boat K. No, I couldn't go there.
Yeah, we would like to know what you want to do about the green lands or the green open spaces of the city.
I was able to share with him. If you see Sector 23 Park, it's a 14-acre park. If you see Devilal Park, 30-acre park. There are several such parks. For example, Sector 30 Park, 14-acre park, once again. Why can't we design our open spaces in such a way that people come, walk freely, walk for greenery, walk for good air, and also we can accommodate in such a way that there can be sports activities, and its solid waste management can also be taken up there, etc., etc. A park can be a holistic platform for people to interact. And then the problem of the Gurgaon is we have enough open space, but we haven't built properly. Okay, these parks should not only be built as green lawns, but also as an opportunity for everybody to interact socially. Okay, that is the idea. But I was looking at yesterday Chetananand's design, 8.5 acres park, but from where the water will come? Okay, if you do not provide, for water, it will be very tough. So, is it possible that we can take care of sewage treatment plant of the entire area in and around, so that underground there can be a sewage treatment plant, and in the top we can have other amenities like sports, etc. At the side we can have greenery, and we can do that definitely, because if you see Bandra Kurla complex, downside there are 4 or 5 parking lots, and above there is greenery. Nobody knows the downside you have unless you are a resident there. So it's a time to redesign our parks and open spaces. Okay, that will not only provide urban amenities, it also gel well with sociology of crime and sex. I will tell you another interesting thing. 20-25 years before, everybody used to go for romance, everything, ladka ladki saath mein jate the, but never they used to be questioned because everything was open. Okay, today we don't have enough open spaces. That's why people go to movie halls, etc., etc. When you go to closed spaces, okay, the interaction turns to crime, sex, and then to the crime. It's obvious. So that is why, if at all you need to make the city far more vibrant, we need to create more open spaces, create more lighting. Okay, that is why we need to redesign our parks in such a way that people come and they should see through. Once you are not allowing people to see through, it goes to a different orbit. Okay, that is why we have a great opportunity where we can redesign parks and then provide urban amenities to people. And then don't think that we don't have enough open spaces. New York Central Park is 843 acres. And our own urban, this Aravali Park, Biodiversity Park is 450 acres. And उस तरीके के तो बहुत सारे spaces हैं. Then why don't we do that? Okay? हमारे पास जो है उसको इम्प्रूवमेंट करने के बजाय उसके पास ओपन स्पेस है, दिल्ली में ये है, हमारे पास कुछ नहीं है. So we should start leveraging what we have today.
Sir, what I personally feel, we should do something about the rainwater also, because the moment there is a heavy rain, the infrastructure, that is personally I feel, because it deteriorates a lot. You can see all the roads are flooded with water and everything. So, and which causes the traffic jams and other problems. So,
I should tell you this thing, that I wasted almost 6 months when I came here initially. Because everybody will call, sir, मैं आपके साथ एक idea share करना चाहता हूँ. वो आके आएंगे, पता नहीं, he will tell something totally mundane thing and then go out. Somebody will say, sir, मेरा idea है, मैं contribute करना चाहता हूँ school में. He will eat out another half an hour and then go. And the mandate, resource and authority is only with the government. Why? Because we share more information. Why I am telling this is, Mr. Chavan will solicit it. We get water from 2 sides. One is Delhi and other is Aravallis. From Delhi we get roughly, during peak time, 1000 cusecs of water. Cusecs is the flow. And Aravali, we get 500 cusecs. But my bottleneck is Khansa Road, where Khansa village, where it's only 400 cusecs. So where will 1100 cusecs will go? Okay. I need to identify space where I am going to divert the water so that either it will flow off or it will be harvested, right? So we have already started working on harvesting at least 200 to 300 cusecs of water in Ghata itself. We will be making 250 small check dams so that at least 200 250 cusecs of water goes off. Okay, and then we have identified another place where we can have an artificial lake, sector 72. Maybe another 100 150 cusecs we can take care of. Then near the Najafgarh drain, when near Delhi border, on Yamuna, we can, there is a water gets inundated, and where we are thinking of another 200 300 cusecs of water. 300 plus 300, 600, 100, 700 cusecs of water where we have really planned as to how to harvest it. But rest another 700, yes, we have space. For that we will be, mapping the old bodies, wells, etc. So that we can, the plan is in the offing, but it will go slightly slow because these are all very technical issues. Water harvesting should also be a function of aquifers and absorption capacities and percolation, etc. And particularly when peak runoff is there, there is another concept, another parameter, that is turbulence. We have to always account for the turbulence also. So these are all very technical issues, we are working on it, and you are absolutely right that water harvesting is one of the priorities we need to give, and we are working on it. Many a times we, at least during last 1 year, we did not, come in news, we did not want to make much noise, we are working. That doesn't mean that we are silent, we are working. At least that much of reassurance I would like to give to Gurgaon netizens.
Okay, thank you.
So I wanted to find out, there was a lot of flags that the name change Gurugram brought. So what is your feedback on that?
You see, I'm part of the government. At a lower level or higher level, wherever. And there is this person by name Herbert Simon. How many of you have heard of Herbert Simon, public administration or management? I may be a very good person, I may be an intelligent person, but organizations have larger access to rationality because of the larger access to information. So to that extent, my own opinions won't matter, neither have the luxury of opinion. But yes, individually I have my own different discrete opinion which I would not like to share.
Any of the students want to ask you a question?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
You've done excellent job during this Haryana happening event. I think I see Gurgaon roads much cleaner, a little wider, a lot more greenery on the sidewalks and otherwise. My humble submission is that, which I mentioned earlier also in one of the meetings, that we must maintain this greenery now. We must have develop this habit, of course, whatever ways you can think through, that this clean roads habit is sort of perpetuated, and we really get a better place to live in Gurgaon. That's one. Second is, Delhi is still, of course, very crowded, but when I compare the two, the transportation system of Delhi is still better than Gurgaon, because when you cross through the roads, besides cars, you don't see anything. And I don't think that's a good thing in any city. I would love to have, thanks to metro, which is coming close to our university also, we'll be very happy. Our faculty and students don't have to drive that much anymore. But most of the part of the Gurgaon almost is inaccessible to a person who doesn't have a vehicle. I think if the city has to really grow and become sort of a very vibrant city, in a vibrant city, it is always, besides parks and cultural activities and other things, you have a very good transport system. People can get off anytime, get in anytime, get off anytime, and then you are in there. So I thought I answered
I'll
that.
start with the second question. In 2014 July, I was traveling through Los Angeles to San Francisco. I learned driving only in 2013 because I wanted to go to US. That's why I learned driving. I could drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco only in 6 hours, 10 minutes or so, which is an amazing for a person who learned driving only few months before. Because I was doing carpooling, because I have 2 kids and my wife, so I could go through a different lane, and that's why I could achieve that. Otherwise, I saw all through those cities the situation is not very wonderful or not very pleasant, almost same. Particularly it happens in peak run, peak traffic, it happens. But nevertheless, I should say that one thing which will bring inclusivity to Gurgaon is city bus service. What is stopping us from having city bus service? There are 2 different models in city bus service. One is gross cost model, second is net cost model. This blue line, Delhi blue line, is a net cost model. So at what cost you will run is 22 rupees or so. In gross cost model, the liability is not with the operator but with the government. If you run 1 kilometer, I will give you 48 rupees. So let him run only with, if it is 50 seater, he can take only 50. If you go to net cost model, blue line model, वहाँ पे सीट 25 होते हैं, 50 लोग खड़े रहते हैं. This will not give a credible response. So convincing political bosses that you should go for gross cost model is not that easy. They say that 22 रुपए में 1 किलोमीटर हो सकता है, तुम 48 रुपए क्यों दे रहे हो? I will give another example. This girl was a victim of domestic violence in Moradabad, but she is basically native of Gurgaon, in a village, one of the villages. I tell this story to several people. Even I told this to Chief Minister so that he can easily understand. And when she came to me and मुझे नौकरी चाहिए. I told, नौकरी देना मेरा काम थोड़ी है, भाग जा. Then I realized no, I should not tell that. She went to the door and then I called, come back. Once she is alone, she becomes vulnerable for the society, for various misacts. So I told it's my responsibility to support her. Then I called one of the BPOs and then, can you provide her a job? They easily accepted because the situation was very different. After 15 days, once again I called them, is she coming? So they told, no. I called her, why didn't you go? They're offering 35,000, it's a good amount. She said, coming from the village, going to that place in Udyog Vihar will take not only 2.5 hours, but also cost me very heavily. I can't go. So commuting, city commuting through city bus service will give you a sense of inclusivity. It is an enabling factor. We should not think in terms of whether I am giving 50 rupees or not. I should, per kilometer, I should think that how many people it is enabling. Okay. A city which is thriving, which is 24/7, definitely needs city bus service. By this year, and I think I should be able to have a credible city bus service in the city. Okay. Planning is done. We have done the Excel sheets. Me and my couple of my colleagues have sit down and then we did all the Excel sheet mapping and we identified 21 major routes and what sort of bus, what sort of color, a lot of things we have done. And probably the preparation is over. Now we have to execute and implement. Coming to the second question, that in 2008 and 9, when municipal corporation took birth, only 15% of the area was with MCG and 10% was with Huda. Still 75% percent of area was with South City, DLF, Sushant Lok, etc., etc. 75% of the area is still with a private builder. So many a times that provides, that puts me in a predicament how to invest in an area which is not mine. That's the most important. Probably no other city in the world has this problem. To that extent, we are toying, we are encountering a different public policy model in the shape of Gurgaon. That is my major issue. And take for example, he must be facing a major problem in Sushant Slope. There are at least 5 to 6 different RWS. Everybody says that we will build it. And then why can't government regulate? There are 2 different acts. One is Huda Apartment Owners Act. There is Society Registration Act. And Society Huda Ownership Apartment Act doesn't apply to a plotted colony. And it doesn't stop anybody else from registering it. आपस में लड़ते रहते हैं, and then which society to be, and then unless occupation certificate is not taken, completion certificate is not taken, even if it is half partial occupation certificate, they should continue to this one, and Profac has stopped managing it. RWA is unable to receive every paisa, all that money they are unable, their coverage is so less, only 20% or 25% people they give money to pay to RWA. So unless there are no free lunches in an urban setup like Gurgaon, then when there is no money, the quality will also go down. So this is the extremely bad city model we have taken up, but we don't have any other avail other than very incrementally go on improving it. So I have inherited a problem, then let me try to manage it.
How I know. But can't we take over these?
We are taking over. By May 15th or so, we should be able to take over all Huda property, and then we will start taking over. But once again, I have my own questions. You say that we give property tax. How much property tax we give? 1 rupee per square meter? And that cannot give you heavens, right? 1 rupee per square meter. If you have 250 square yard plot, and then you say that मैं 250 रुपए दे रहा हूँ, मुझे बढ़िया रोड दे दो, ये दे दो, वो दे दो. That is the problem.
That's a very sad.
A good urban management in an area will cost you roughly 11 rupees a square feet. Perfect.
Yeah.
And with a moderate one, you need 4 to 5 rupees.
At least 5 rupees.
At least 5.
5 rupees.
And I'm telling you about Unitech Nirvana, they collect 11 rupees
Okay.
per square feet.
Sure.
And that is why they are there. And then Chandan Nagar is there, so you can make a difference.
See, I think on this point, one thing I would like to mention is that the legal colonies at least pay, whether it's 1 rupee or 5 rupees. The problem is the slums and the illegal colonies who actually eat up on the maximum infrastructure. In fact, this is a big problem we grapple is as developers. That how do we address that issue? And they don't pay any. There's no maintenance applicable to them. They don't pay any money.
No, it's town planners will be aware that the city's malgrowth appears at fringes, because initially we are only concentrating on the center, major areas. We are unable to take care of the fringes. But in 10 years or so, fringe becomes center, and then you are suddenly at the center of a slum. For example, if I am given full opportunity, I will put best of the administrators of the state at Sona, because Sona is going to be my center after 10 years, because that's a fringe area at present. If you go and see Sona, it's one of the worst managed towns, and badly planned, no roads. So the idea is you have to visualize, what exactly is going to happen after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So
That's one of the points on how maintenance. In general, we should have a policy working together as private developers and government. How do we manage these unorganized, unapproved rural clusters?
see, somehow Indian Administrative Service officers are trained to, work based on information, and over a period of time we garner huge amount of contextual knowledge. For example, if you take me, I am not an engineer. I am trained to be geneticist, but I handle power issues, I handle various other issues which are totally technical. We are able to handle only because of the contextual knowledge. That doesn't mean that we are experts. We are only thought leaders, and we leverage people like you who are domain experts. Okay, but unfortunately, what happens over a period of time is we are lost in the process of time. That is, if you take my own career, first 4 years I had 16 transfers. So I was the fourth most transferred officer in the country. So when every new officer comes, he is unable to provide that continuity, though we are mandated to provide that continuity. That is where somehow the governance model goes missing. I think I am bored enough.
The students.
Yeah, yeah.
So why is it that even till today we do not have a proper transportation system in the corporate hub of Gurgaon?
I think I answered this nevertheless. When Mr. Rakesh Gupta was Deputy Commissioner, he planned it. We studied Indore model and I was the additional Deputy Commissioner during that time. Even now that document is there. But city grew. Second is the entire DLF 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sushant Lok, all these were planned for as a residential area. They were not designed as envisaged as a commercial area. When suddenly these became commercial areas, suddenly the footfalls started increasing. That is where our end-to-end planning went berserk. Okay, and that's why I was promising you that by the end of this year you will have a credible transport service in place.
So one thing I would like to ask, why can't we increase the area of our railway station? Like why can't we connect it, the Delhi railway station and the Gurgaon railway station?
That is one of the latest announcements by Railway Minister. Daulatabad will be converted into a dry port, and Gurgaon railway station is going to be repositioned.
Sir, how would you like students to contribute to make Gurgaon really happening?
You see, you made it happen by way of public art, and I congratulate you for doing that. A couple of very elegant, wall art, public art. The second is yesterday one of these JNU students came to me and told that I want to contribute. He started working in my call center. He analyzed yesterday as to what are the major problems. 70% of the problems relate to street lights, and almost 20% relate to sewerage and drinking water. So such sort of analysis somebody can make, and then if you really want to contribute, come as an intern and start working with us, and everything will depend upon what is your expertise. Okay? Or if you want to, traffic is one issue where you can contribute, public art, and even if you have accounts related expertise, we are ready to go out. And we can also start creating internships and provide you designing of sports centers, all that you can do. These are not the things we should be asked from students to be done, but we are at a very critical stage. Probably in order to create that capacity, we need a couple of years during which you will hand over. That's it. I don't want that, we should be perpetually on contract with students and this voluntary support. Probably we need a voluntary support for next 1.5 to 2 years. Afterwards we'll grow ourselves. जब बच्चा पैदा होता है, जब बच्चे को दांत आता है, तो फिर थोड़ा सा डायरिया हो जाता है. So these are called teething problems. And somehow, initially when corporation came, first 2 years we were in a rented building. We are not having regular staff. Even now we don't have a regular staff. किसी department से deputation पे आया है, कोई retire बंदे को रख लिया, and we don't have a regular staff. So we need to change a complete scheme of HR. We need to create a very different type of institutional design, and then we need to create expertise within the corporation. Maybe another 2 years of waiting time for you people to see the Gurgaon turnaround.
commuting from the workplace to my house, I see a lot of areas, lot of problem all the way, and I feel that I have few ideas in my mind, but I don't know what is the right window to go through and whom to contact to share my ideas with them and to implement them. What's the right way to do
town
that?
planning, I am a colleague here. He should be able to tell you.
सर कि आप जिस फील्ड में बात करना चाहते हैं उसके हिसाब से हमारे पास में एक्सपर्ट अवेलेबल है, तो आप आए। अगर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से रिलेटेड है तो डीसीएल के पास जा सकते हैं, टाउन प्लानिंग रिलेटेड है या इंजीनियरिंग रिलेटेड है तो आप नगर निगम में आके हम लोगों को बता सकते हैं। तो जहाँ भी आपकी प्रॉब्लम है वो आप आके बताएं, कंसर्न मिलेंगे आपको। एक बार आप ऑफिस आएं या कॉल
करें, somebody will get in touch with you. We'll be very happy to leverage your resources.
इवन तो हमारे ईमेल्स भी हैं, अगर हमारी वेबसाइट पे जाएंगे तो वहाँ मेल कर सकते हैं, तो वी कैन सेंड यू द राइट कॉर्नर आल्सो।
नहीं सर, हम करना चाहते हैं, वी एज एन आर्किटेक्ट्स वी वांट टू डू
Correct.
समथिंग, तो हम करें कैसे? सो वी वुड
I will tell you, I will share it with you. What is our plan on Sector 23A? We have envisaged something and we will do the contour mapping and give it to you. And then if you can convert it into engineering estimate, and similarly you can work on Tau Devilal, Devilal Park, 30-acre, sprawling place. So you can, and we can also pay for it, not a big deal. But that pay will not be, architecture, professional architect के level पे नहीं होगा. We can definitely pay
Compensate the
compensation type. And I will tell you, because I am in 15 years in service, I can visualize some issues. Take for example, power issue, power problem. Power problem is not related to power itself. It is related to a business model. I will give an example. Once again, continuing with Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand और Himachal put together, 25,000 megawatts they produce through hydroelectricity. They are ready to give to anybody. Power, enough power we have. And Uttar Pradesh doesn't have any power. Okay. उत्तर प्रदेश वाले हर बार पूछते रहते हैं हमें पावर दे दो, दे आर रेडी टू गिव, देन व्हाई आर दे नॉट गिविंग? उत्तर प्रदेश 5वां कंटिन्यूअस साल उधारी पे ले रहे हैं उनसे। दे से दैट ओके, हाउ लॉन्ग विल यू टेक, यार कभी तो पैसा दे दो, हाउ लॉन्ग विल यू कीप इट इन बुक्स? ओके, टेक हरियाणा, लॉट ऑफ दिस एरिया DLF 1 2 3 4 5 दे डोंट हैव सबस्टेशंस। मैं बिजली तो दूंगा, बट देयर इज समथिंग लाइक स्टेप अप स्टेप डाउन, सबस्टेशन नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? Suddenly you will have 11,000 kilowatt in your home. So it's somewhere it is paying capacity, somewhere it is substation. So same with the problem with your हर जगह देखते हैं खाली है, मलबा पड़ा हुआ है, क्यों है इसे? मलबा क्यों पड़ा हुआ है? There is lack of regulatory capacity. Police needs to move and then they stop them. They don't want to do it. Then what can we वो डाल के? Okay, ठीक है. Corporation का कोई बंदा जाके पूछता है, अरे भाई तू क्यों मलबा डाल रहा है? 2 थप्पड़ मार के भगा देंगे, मेरे जी पिट पाट के आ जाते हैं. So that is why it's an institutional design issue, regulatory capacity issue. And then you should understand what exactly the right problem, right issue, right solution. So आपको जो दिखता है वो सही नहीं है. Take for example housing issue. Today we have 3 segments of people. 65,000 homes which will not be delivered because the builders have gone default and they will go bankrupt, lot of them. There are 2,500, 250,000 houses, 2.5 lakh houses, excess built, nobody is buying them because they are very costly. Third, 400,000 people who do not have homes because they can't pay. There are people who don't have homes. There are houses which are not being bought. There are houses which are paid for not getting delivered. So it's a structural problem. Okay, everything arising out of regulatory capacity, land cost, etc. Problem in finance. So how will you manage the structural problems? It is not so easy. We need to do the financial re-engineering, administrative re-engineering, etc. That is why when you आप बाहर से बोलते हैं ADC कुछ नहीं कर रहा है, ये क्या क्यों कमिश्नर ये क्यों नहीं करता? हमारे पास सर मैं आपको आइडिया दूंगा करके आते हैं ना, मैंने पोस्ट दिस प्रॉब्लम, अच्छा जी ये पता नहीं था, तो फिर उनको समझाते आधे घंटे लग जाएंगे हमें. इस तरीके से इस शहर के 18 लाख लोगों को मैं समझाने लग जाऊँ, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. So that is why usually administrators are unpopular.
Anybody else?
It seems I have bored you enough. Not bad.
Thank you very much, sir. It was not at all boring. In fact, we were all eyes wide awake. And we know that ever since you've taken charge, you've been championing the cause of improving Gurgaon. And we continue to see the development. The city bus idea is extremely encouraging for people who commute and who waste a lot of time taking multiple transportation means. I would now like to start with the certification distribution ceremony because students are eagerly waiting for that. Can I ask my student volunteers to please come?
What I can do is the top 10 आपके group leaders को दे दूँगा.
Yes, yes. We have some faculty also over. If you can just be kind enough.
I don't think that I qualify giving certificate of faculty, but it's left to you.
So we won't take much of your time. Yes, sir.
Then Professor will that out.
Professor Saminder, Professor Ashish Agarwal, Professor Amrita Das Gupta, Professor Tanaya Verma, Professor Neha, Simran Sethi, Mr. Saurabh, Miss Suruchi Shah, Miss Sumedha Jain, Mr. Rishipal, Mr. Sanjay Singh, Mr. Karthikeya, is Mr. Karthikeya here? Okay. Mr. Kumud, Mr. Joginder, Mr. Saurabh Sil, Mr. Sanjay Singh, Miss Alpi, Miss Rupali Dehra, Miss Ruchi Sneha, Miss Tanuja, Miss Neeru, Professor Sanyogita Sule, Miss Megha Chaudhary, Mr. Surinder Selvan, Miss Sindhushri, Miss Kanishk, Miss Alpana Jija, Mr. Santosh Kumar, Miss Neetu Jora, Miss Garima Bakshi, Mr. Binoy James, Professor Pooja, Professor Atul Kumar, Mr. Sabir Ali, Miss Manisha Sharma, Miss Shalini Arora, Miss Neeru, Miss Ruchi Sneha, Miss Rupali Dehra, Vartika Saxena, Anchal Tabriwal, Mehak Wadhwa, Adrika Sharma, Shrishti Pulani, none of the students are here, Zorawar Singh, Bhavna Jha, Neetu Saini, Bhumika Dahiya. So,
Okay, thank you.
fine. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for taking out your time from your precious schedule. I'm sure our students are happy and they will continue contributing to make Haryana, happening Haryana and Gurgaon. And before we depart, sir, we would like you to just sign our visitor book. We are having a small photo session with our guests, so just stay back, please. So some of the students will be interested. Faculty members, please come.
Sir, look here. Smiling, please. Yes. Wait. Hold on. Thank you.